Ready to hit the pause button on your parenting fails? Ready to feel better about your parenting? Welcome to Parenting Pause, the podcast, where all of you is welcome. Enjoy our new format, offering you weekly inspirations to support you in being the parent you want to be. I'm Leslie Potter, the founder of the Pure Joy Way, a mother, a parent coach, and a fellow traveler on this journey to wake up in our parenting. And I believe together we can make this a better world for ourselves and our kiddos. Hello, lovies. Today we're going to talk about acting sneaky with our needs. I often have parents ask me, why is my child so sneaky? Well, they see it as a character flaw and that somehow they failed as a parent. What is more true is most likely their child has internalized a message that it's not safe to share their desires, thoughts, and needs. So let's look at how this might happen. To find out, we're going to travel back to when you were young and innocently expressed your desires, thoughts, and needs. You didn't get the memo that you needed to make sure you expressed your thoughts, needs, and desires in a way that didn't trigger your parents' sense of lack. You just wanted what you wanted in the moment. If your parent or caregiver became emotionally triggered, they would shame or blame you for their discomfort. You might have been told you were selfish, demanding, entitled, rude, or mean for only thinking about yourself. They might have told you how much they were doing for you and all the things they were giving you, and all that you could do is think about getting what you wanted, and that was not okay. Well, of course, you didn't want to be the cause of their disappointment or worry, and yet you still had needs, so you began to get sneaky in how you got them met. Make sense? We often pass down what happened to us, no matter how conscious we want to be. Our unconscious desire to feel emotionally safe will take over. And even though we might want to be different with our children, our sneakiness in getting our needs met can take over. If you didn't learn that your needs were as important as everyone else's in the family, and if you didn't grow up in a cooperative home, it's going to be challenging to create that cooperative environment for you and your kids. Instead of expressing your needs directly, you may overgive to your children in hopes that they're going to recognize this and turn to take care of your needs when they arise. Well, honestly, this is setting your child up to fail. Of course, they're going to take whatever you give them, wouldn't you? Of course, they can't read your mind or infer that they're supposed to take care of your needs without you asking. They don't get it that if they pick up their toys, you will feel emotionally seen, heard, and cared for. They just aren't interested in cleaning up. So, of course, they mess up. We feel rejected, powerless, and helpless. And it turns into this big emotional nightmare where everyone feels responsible for hurting the other, and we don't get our needs met. To move past this conditioning, we have to first recognize that our needs are as important as anyone else's in the family. We have to accept that our children can't read our minds, and honestly, they're not responsible for taking care of our emotional needs. We are. Now, a little warning. This can be really scary when you turn inward. It's a lot easier to blame and complain about your child than to look inside and see how you were trained to reject and abandon your precious needs. As you unwind this old pattern, on the road, you're going to meet some of the long repressed feelings that you learned to hide away in the deep, dark place inside. Feeling selfish, feeling rejecting, feeling unsupportive of your child's needs. All of these feelings will start to arise as you shine the light on this pattern. Those repressed feelings will come up as you get more direct and less sneaky about setting your healthy personal boundaries. Instead of wishing and hoping that your kids will one day take care of your needs so you don't have to feel selfish or rejecting of them, you will find the courage to claim your importance and to step up to making sure your needs are taken care of. At first, it might be easier to bind and limit your child from even asking for what they need. And yet remember, this is what creates that sneaky power. If you want your child to be direct with their needs, thoughts, and desires, you must be willing to receive them and then truthfully offer what you want to offer instead of giving yourself up or making their needs too much. It takes practice to train yourself to set healthy boundaries instead of limiting and binding your child so you don't feel your discomfort. So be super kind to yourself as you contemplate this more radical view. You can download my free 5-day Safe Seat process to get a little bit more support and get started in this work on my website at purejoyparenting.com. On October 6th, listen in to my talk on healthy boundaries and big feelings with Jason and Cecilia at the free online Happily Family Conference. You'll find the link in the show notes.